And the third step is we should question our beliefs and even consider whether or not to believe our beliefs. And again, that's our choice, and we'll still exist with or without our beliefs, but we can also have choice whether or not our beliefs are true for us now. And so maybe it's time to do some belief inventory. And finally, step number 4, we need to cultivate being the witness by just being. We should focus on the feelings in our body. The feelings in our body represent the unedited, true expression of our unfiltered thoughts. If we can learn to pay attention to how we feel when we connect to ourselves in a deeper way, then we are connecting to the now of our existence. As already mentioned, our thoughts become feelings, and feelings connect us to the world. We would greatly benefit from feeling our thoughts, not just thinking our thoughts. So we can practice sitting quietly, feeling the sensations in our body, noticing the thoughts that come into our mind. Become the witness of your breathing. Witness your beliefs. Witness your breathing. And then beyond belief is a place where experience of living is in its pure, uninterpreted form. Some people call this the essence of a spiritual practice. We need to spend more time, perhaps, in a sacred silence. We need to learn to be comfortable beyond the place of thoughts, words, judgments, or beliefs, where you can try to sit quietly, and just try to carve out some time to do this in whatever way best suits you. It does take discipline to tame the mind, but just give yourself some space to be. If we're going to have beliefs, wouldn't you want to choose the ones you live with and choose the ones that make you feel the best? We could choose happiness, fulfillment, joy, inspiration. And you can ask yourself, what beliefs would you like to have? If we set our compass to happiness, we will do things that match that emotion, because emotions will send us in the direction of our next path. Transformation is achieved when we are more masterful at choosing our behavior. In that way, we are changing our habitual ways of being, moving from unconsciousness to consciousness. And finally, I would just like to conclude with a quote from Gary Craig, who is the founder of Emotional Freedom Technique. He said, "There is another dimension to our existence that we tend to overlook because it is not contained within the familiar 3 dimensions of space. It is the dimension of thought. Thoughts are things. They have no limits unless we choose to limit them ourselves. We can imagine anything. We can dream things and make missions out of them. No telling how far they will take us. How exciting, how awesome. Thoughts move and shape our individual worlds as well as the world around us. Thoughts make things happen, and our consistent thoughts become our reality." So that's the webinar presentation for today. I hope everyone enjoyed this. I'm now going to switch over to the question and answer. I will be able to answer them. You're welcome, Dan. You're welcome, Deborah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Actually, you know what? I'm going to unclick this, so if anyone wants to come on to speak, they can, if they have a camera or a mic, I will just let them speak.
Avina, you are great. What an awe-inspiring presentation you gave us. In the words of Patrick Ryan, the founder of Creating Our Paradise, it was awesome. I have to say how you are able to compact very complex issues and topics into something that we can take with and can understand so demonstratively is a real skill, and I believe that I have taken from your presentation this time a lot more than from books or from other ways that I might have heard bits and pieces of it. Amazing. And I tell you too, what I learned from today, what I'm taking away, is one of the things you said about how feelings are, how thoughts are lodged in our body. You said, notice how your thoughts are feeling. And this is what I have done in the past, but I didn't have words for it. I didn't have this so clearly expressed as you have given me verbiage now to do so. And another thing is that your message is one of hope between the physical reality of who we are and what we have been given as a life, a gift. We have, as you say so vividly, choices. We have an opportunity to influence, to use our will, to use our awareness, to use the consciousness, and come up with hopefully happy mingling and interrelatedness of these two aspects of our lives. So I would like to ask people to ask questions or give comments, and as you already have showed us, this is possible in two ways. One is to use your chat box on the left lower side underneath that column of comments that we've already made, and then send it off for all to read. Or another with a cam recorder is, of course, to click down the talk button now. I invite everybody to comment, feedback, and let those questions come.
Thank you so much, Leonora, for your wonderful feedback. So okay. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh my. Well. Okay. I like your question, Leonora. There's actually some really interesting things. Which I'm not quite, I don't know, I'm not really ready to talk about it right now because it's still kind of new for me. But, okay, well, I can, all right, you really want to know? Oh, Terry, you have a question. Okay, hold the question. Let me try to answer Leonora's question. I'm actually looking at some interesting meditation techniques. I am looking at what are mirror neurons. Elsie, that's a fantastic question. I was wondering if you were going to ask me a question. Okay, I don't want to get sidetracked. Let's stay focused. Leonore, your question. What is sexy in research these days? Well, I don't know if it's sexy, but it's interesting to me. So looking at different types of meditation, and something about the Silva method that's been around actually for decades now. What is interesting about it is that Jose Silva, a very interesting story about him. Perhaps I'll do a presentation about it at some point. Anyway, he discovered that brain waves have a significant effect on our ability to focus and concentrate. So his meditation techniques